So I like to start off my morning with my bulletproof coffee. It's something new that I've been doing lately, and I feel like it really helps fill me up in the morning, and it helps to stop that caffeine crash after a coffee. It keeps you going throughout the morning and the day. It helps get your digestion moving, if you know what I mean. So all I do is I brew a coffee, regular, whatever type of coffee you like to do, whether it's a Keurig, filter coffee, instant. I ain't no coffee snob, as in if it's got caffeine in it, if it tastes like coffee, I'm gonna like it. So brew whatever type of coffee you like and add in 1 tablespoon of coconut milk. It helps make it super creamy. It's freaking incredible, and it adds that coconutty flavor to it. You do have coconut free, it's a coconut oil that doesn't taste like coconut. Personally, not a fan. The taste of coconut in the coffee for me just gives it that extra kick. And then I add some almond milk, and that is my coffee to go. So for this pudding, I started off with a little bit of almond milk. Pretty much eyeballed it. I'd say put in about 100 milliliters. After that, I measured out 3 grams of cacao powder. That's just raw, pure cacao powder. I like a chocolatey taste in mine, plus it's really rich in antioxidants. Then I added some pure flax seeds. The flax seeds helps bind the mixture. I added 8 grams of flax seeds, and it helps it set really nicely and thicken on the stove. Next, I added 8 grams of chia seeds. The chia seeds help turn into some sort of jelly-like effect, which I absolutely love, plus the healthy fats fill me up. Mix it together and leave that mixture in the fridge for about 15 to 20 minutes. Next, on the stove, heat up some water, just about half a cup or so. And I then added some peanut butter powder. I added about 10 grams of peanut butter powder because I love the taste and I think it goes really nicely with chocolate. Then I added in 1 tablespoon of psyllium husk powder. Psyllium husk powder is a brilliant pure fiber. It helps move everything through your stomach. It catches onto all the toxins, plus it gives it a really porridge-like feel. Once that mixes for a bit on the stove, remove the chia seed pudding mixture from the fridge and slowly whisk it in. The consistency of the pudding will be really moussey, like a sort of chocolate dessert type of, and even it smells like a brownie, which is amazing. Whisk it together so that it can thicken a little bit on the stove, and by now your kitchen will be smelling like chocolate and peanut butter, and oh my gosh, it is heavenly. It smells like when you're baking cupcakes or brownies in one of those model homes, but it is freaking incredible. When it gets to that creamy oat texture, turn the heat off and then add it to your bowl. You can always add a bit of extra cool almond milk to make the mixture less liquidy and to also cool it down a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but after smelling that chocolate, I don't really have the patience to allow it to cool on its own. Next, I like to add some raspberries on top, just a few, so you can choose whatever berries or fruits you like. If it's just a handful, half a serving to 1 serving of fruits, which is just a cup or under a cup. It helps add some freshness to the mixture, but I'm watching my carb. For lunch, I was absolutely freaking starving. So I put my Ezekiel bread in the toaster, didn't show you guys that, and I peeled an avocado to cut it. I saw that from a YouTuber to make the avocado rose, so the best way to do it is to peel it and then you slice it on the chopping board. Again, I'm keeping it high in fats with the avo, but this time I was okay adding carbs to my meal because I had a really low carb breakfast. And then on top of the avo, I just put a little bit of Himalayan pink salt and some lemon juice because I freaking love lemons on top of my avo. I had run out of pepper, which sucks, but still, it's amazing as it is. And then I added some sesame seeds on top for that added protein and iron and of course the tastiness, because who doesn't like sesame seeds? Maybe people that are allergic to it, fair enough. On the other slice of toast, I thought I wanted something sweet as well. Like at first I couldn't decide between sweet and savory, so I went with both, as you do. I cut up my banana and I arranged it on my Ezekiel bread. On top of that, I added some peanut butter. That was just from the PB2 powder that I had made and just like whisked up beforehand. Combining fats with proteins and carbs, it helps you with that sugar crash and it helps to slow down digestion. So it's one of the things, I will never have a meal without fats in it. It just keeps me going. And then on top, I put some cacao nibs just for some added sweetness. Even though it really didn't need it, but it tasted absolutely amazing. As you can see, I cannot resist the peanut butter. Hey guys, so I realized that I did not film an intro for my video this morning. I just got back from the gym after doing my workout and I was in there for about 2 hours. I was so hungry. I was like, I do not have the time or the patience or the willpower to wait another 45 minutes, make myself all pretty, and then film and vlog. So I was like, let me just film my breakfast and then afterwards I will do an intro. Which, you know, it was kind of counterintuitive because then after breakfast I had to go to the right market and then teach a yoga class, hence the reason I don't look so pretty. So nice one, Jax. Nice forward thought. So the breakfast was incredible, and the amazing thing is it keeps me full for really long. It's all healthy fats, really high in fats actually, because I'm doing a bit of a keto thing at the moment. Now, I got back from spending 2 months or so in Thailand. After that, I went straight to South Africa for a bit to go see my gran, who is, by the way, one of the most incredible people on the face of the earth. She is like if you crossed Anna Wintour and who else? And Miranda Priestley. Like the most terrifying yet lovable human being on the planet, and someone who, I don't know, I have a very special place for my gran inside this old space over here. Did I just, no, okay. I was like, did I just point to my right side? I should know. I always like preach about the heart in my yoga classes. No, I don't preach, I talk about the heart. But no, it was just because the thing was flipped. Moving swiftly along. So the high fats in the flax seeds and the chia seeds in the peanut butter powder, everything that was in there was just low salt, low sugar. Sugar really does bloat me, even from good carbs. So that's why after all the broths that we had in Thailand, there was so much soy in everything. I felt so inflamed and swollen, and my knees and joints were hurting. So I was like, okay, Jax, you gotta cut down on the sodium, even though I love me some salt, but just go. Use today as a bit of a healing and recovery day, and also for my digestive system. And then for lunch, which I would have just showed you, I had the most incredible
thing ever. And it's so simple, it's so easy to make. So the one piece of toast, you see I couldn't decide if I wanted sweet or savory. So I did both because I can. And so on the one piece of toast, I had avocado with some sesame seeds. So I've got my fats, I've got my protein, and I used the Ezekiel bread. It's very low in salt. It's mainly just grains, as there is absolutely nothing that can hurt me inside that. And then on the other piece of toast, I did peanut butter, but I used the peanut butter powder. So there isn't any added oils or anything in it. And then I added on a banana because potassium, and who doesn't love bananas, and then a little bit of cacao nibs, so for the antioxidants. So that was quite a carb loaded sandwich, but it will keep me going till dinner. It helps me recover from my workouts. That little increments like that is okay, but if I had had like a smoothie for breakfast and then piled on the carbs now, I would have been like, I'm struggling with the bloat. So, oh, that must have sounded so ladylike. And then for dinner, I am making a tom yum soup, which I'm super excited about. Even though I'm trying to de-bloat from the whole Thailand thing, I miss my tom yum soup. That is like one of the heartiest, soul warming. I say soul warming, yes, she went there. As in, it doesn't just warm your external body, it warms, no, what's the word? You have external, internal, and then the outer side, the auras, the exostential, the exocentric, shit. The esoteric, right? It warms the esoteric body, which is like the soul and everything. And so that's gonna have like lots of ginger and lemongrass in it, all the healthy, good for you stuff. So things that are gonna help my digestive system. But the amazing thing is I can control the sodium in it. So I won't be using soy sauce. Instead, I'll be using like apple cider vinegar. In the next clip, I will show you my dinner. So enjoy, sit back, relax. And I hope you're snacking on something, because if you can watch what I eat in a day videos and not snack, you are a machine, my friend.
So for this tom yum soup, as you can see, I'm starting off by putting my vegetable broth inside the pot. I used a really big pot because I wasn't sure how much extra stuff I wanted to add in. It's pure, no extra salt added, no extra oils. So it's from my organic cafe. I started off by adding in my daikon radish. Those are really good to detoxify the body. They give it an extra bit of spice. I added in my chopped leeks, chopped spring onion, sugar snap peas, fresh broccoli, some pak choy, my grated ginger with my cut up lime leaves. It's like this kefir lime, which is incredible. And then I chopped up my chilies and took out the seeds. Sometimes I like to take out the seeds if I'm planning on adding some extra spices, because ain't nobody want to be chomping on a seed in the middle of a really nice warming and hearty soup. This is a sort of sweet and spicy and sour type of soup. I don't add in the coriander just yet. I use loads of coriander, and you can use parsley if you want, whatever floats your boat. I know coriander is said to be quite an acquired taste, and I just absolutely love it. Just place the lid on top of the pot and I let it simmer for about 45 minutes or so. And don't forget to add in a little bit of extra apple cider vinegar. And then some Himalayan pink salt. Just because I like the fact that you have to use less of it, but you still get that extra salty taste to it. Sometimes I add seaweed to this mixture, but seeing that I'm trying to watch my sodium intake at the moment, I'm going to use self-restraint and cut back. always like to add in something different every now and then, whether it's chickpeas or tofu. Depends what I'm in the mood for. I'll often add some coconut oil or even coconut milk just to make it a bit creamier. So when you're done and the mixture is cooled a little bit, put it in a jar or however you like to store your food, and then put the bit that you're going to eat that night in a bowl. I ended up pairing my tom yum soup with something that I had yesterday already in the fridge, and I thought it was probably best just to get rid of all the leftovers. I had made a quinoa salad with chickpeas. It was pretty Moroccan inspired because I ended up adding some gluten-free tamari to it, so it was the perfect combination of fats and protein. I hit all my macronutrients, all my micros. It was a really nice hearty bowl.
So it is about that time to wrap up the vlog. I absolutely loved my dinner. It was exactly what my body wanted. And now just before I go to bed, because I don't know about you guys, but I cannot go to bed without eating something sweet. So my new latest obsession, these chocolate covered Inca berries from Loving Earth. And I love it. It's like a combination of like bitter, tart, and sweet. And I like quite bitter tastes and flavors. Like I'll eat the whole rind of a lemon, and I love it. So anyway, I'm just snacking on a couple of these while I do my editing. And then I always like to finish my day with my dandelion tea. My little Smurf mug. Don't know if you can read the label. No, but it's, anyway, dandelion is an amazing detoxifier. It cleans the body, the liver, the blood. So I feel like all in all, it has been a really productive day eating wise. So I hope you liked this vlog. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And in my next one, I will be doing a yoga flow and a nice sort of power flow sequence. So stay tuned for that. Mwah.